There are so many stars in New Year's Eve, so we're going to play a little game to test your knowledge. It's called Who Is and Who Isn't in New Year's Eve. All right. Is Josh Duhamel in New Year's Eve?
Yes.
He is, right. Is Jane Lynch in New Year's Eve?
No.
Correct. Now, here's a tough one. You ready for this one?
2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 for 2. Matthew Broderick. Is Matthew Broderick in New Year's Eve?
Yes.
He is.
Woo!
There are even people who make these little 30-second cameos in this movie besides all the big stars. We're going to get to those in just a minute. But first, you know a comedy's not funny when the only laughs come from the bloopers during the end credits. And you know a movie has bad performances when even the one guy playing himself does a terrible job. And you know when a movie is going after cheap emotions when it includes a dying man's last wish, and it's to see the Times Square ball drop one more time. And yes, all of this and much more is part of director Garry Marshall's latest holiday tribute cheese fest, New Year's Eve, which is the follow-up to last year's surprisingly successful Valentine's Day. Marshall clearly wanted to top himself this time, so he has an even larger cast of celebrities who are part of the 6 different storylines, all taking place on New Year's Eve 2011 in New York City. The dying man is played by Robert De Niro. Yes, that Robert De Niro. His nurse is played by Halle Berry. There's Sarah Jessica Parker, who plays an overprotective mom to teenager Abigail Breslin, who's looking for her first New Year's Eve kiss. Zac Efron reunites with Hairspray co-star Michelle Pfeiffer. He's a messenger boy. She's single and lonely. There's a battle to see who can have the first New Year's baby. Seth Meyers and Jessica Biel are involved in that. And there are plot lines involving Jon Bon Jovi and old flame Katherine Heigl, Ashton Kutcher and Lea Michele from Glee stuck in an elevator together, and Hilary Swank, who's in charge of the ball drop. And guess what? The ball gets stuck too.
So, Jackson, if you know the formula of this, there's a lot of stars in here,
Right.
a lot of people fans of these stars. Is it still something we should see?
I guess. I mean, this is simple, mindless entertainment. Lea Michele and Jon Bon Jovi do sing in this movie. And even with all the different storylines, it's easy to follow. I just wish Marshall would have put more effort into getting laughs out of the script as he does with the outtakes at the end.
Do you think any of the actors really stood out?
Not really. All the performances are way over the top. In fact, the worst performance of any in this movie is by Ryan Seacrest, who plays himself. He's so lively and natural when he's on live TV and the radio, but looks uncomfortable in his scenes.
All right, and lastly, what grade do you give it, Jackson?
On the Fish Kid Crick report card, New Year's Eve gets a C, but please don't see this movie on the actual New Year's Eve. Don't end the year on a bad note.